Running means everything. Running has been my life. I suppose growing up, I was very isolated. I left school very early, so I didn't really have much of a social life. Running gave me that. Running got me to travel all over the world, something that I really wanted to do, so it was a labour of love really for me. I suppose I had done a lot of road running and I decided to try, I was anxious to try something different, so I always loved walking the hills. So then I discovered there was hill running and I said, look, I'll give it a go, and that was curiosity, I suppose, really was the reason I started mountain running. I would have won the Carrauntoohil race. My last time running was at 50 and I won it that year. From around 40 years of age on, I could see a drop off in my performances. Now, I suppose that was a mental thing as well, in the sense that I didn't have the same initiative to train as hard anymore. At the age of 50, I was having trouble with my hip. It was giving me grief. It was restricting me in training, restricting me in competition. And at that stage, I think I felt happier to bow out at the level I was at, rather than competing maybe at a lower level and getting beaten in races, you know. I went for a hip operation at the age of 52. A lot of people thought I was very young to be going for a hip operation. To say I hit a low point after the hip operation would even be an understatement. It hit me very hard. Not so much the operation, but it's the fact that the rehab took so long for somebody who was so active and somebody who wanted to be out on the hills. And you know, remember now, I was combining this with also trying to deal with retirement. And that was a big blow as well. And if you look at a lot of sports people around the world, that is a big issue, is trying to deal with retirement, trying to deal with something you've been doing 30 years of your life, and all of a sudden you're not doing that anymore. The surgeon said that I possibly could still run, you know, and okay, I probably still could jog, you know, but that wasn't enough for me. I'd prefer to be out there competing, you know. It's fair to say I missed the running big time. It will always be my first love, and while I love going out hiking, I love going out on the bike, it just doesn't give me the same reward that running gave me. But you know, I've accepted that now. And I'm now back on the mountains hiking and bicycling and all the rest of it, and pain-free. I think that a lot of sports people, you know, you will hear others talking about it, about retiring and trying to deal with retirement, but I don't think anybody can actually prepare you for what you'll experience yourself. I think the other downside to it is that a lot of people don't want to maybe admit the demons of retirement. So you never really understand it fully until you experience it yourself, you know.